The following podcast may be explicit. One Joe Young presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com. They've made it from the cantina to the junk shop to the command control center and are well on their way to escaping from Tatooine. Let's continue in this second part of our 2017 Halloween episode in the Star Wars Edge of the Empire beginner game. Enjoy the podcast.
I feel like I talk low sometimes, so I can't be heard.
And now that Kevin has talked low, welcome to Adventures from the Shed. You can find us online or right here in the shed. If you want to come visit, let me know. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com, on iTunes, Facebook, Stitcher Radio, Google+, Bing, all over the place. This happens to also be on YouTube somewhere if you go look for us. Our 2017, that's what year this is, 2017 Halloween podcast episode. Was it that one? Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you have to turn around. Yeah. So you can catch us online. We are in the middle of the Star Wars Edge of the Empire beginner set, beginner box, beginner something.
Beginner box.
Beginner game. It's right there. It's called Beginner Game. Go figure. And it's a game we're playing, and we are playing this with the characters that came with the Edge of the Empires plus one left over from Age of Rebellion that we had played previously. Because we have 5 gamers at the table as player characters in this universe. And we're going to go around the table quickly and say hi. We'll just your name and your character name, and we'll jump right back into it.
Actually,
Hi, just do your name, because we're going to talk about the characters leveling up. You can talk about the character then.
Don't tell me what to do.
I just did.
Jesus. Hi, everyone. This is
me.
Mickie.
So demanding.
Don't make me kick your ass.
This is Kevin.
Special guest Kevin.
Yes, special guest.
Mickie just started drinking wine and the whole tone changes.
Also known as Red Shirt Kevin.
Yes.
This is Chris. I'm playing Vendry.
I said don't character name.
Oh, well, sorry.
This is JJ. I'm not going to mention my character.
Good.
I thought you said character names.
This is Kurt.
Mickey's playing the Wookiee. I am Joe. I am the game master as we continue this adventure in the Star Wars universe, Edge of the Empire. One of the reasons I was mentioning that you didn't need to talk about your character yet is we've reached the interlude, as they call it, of the beginner game. It's actually here. It's called Interlude, Experience, and Destiny. And what happens here, really, flip onto the next page of your character sheet, and you are going to essentially have leveled up. You have a decision to make for your character. If you look on the left-hand side, it'll tell you get a certain amount of experience. I think everyone got 10 experience. Mm-hmm. And then there are things you can buy with that. So there are things that cost 10, there are things that cost 5. So you can choose 2 5s or 1 10, however you want to do it. I don't think anyone has... anything of different number. I think everything is 10 or 5. So you have a little economy to work with there. You'll pick something, and it tells you right on these great character folios that we work with, it tells you what that means for your character. It'll tell you your dice pool changes for this thing. That's what you want to remember as we continue. Because when you go to use that skill, it's not the one printed in the middle. It'll be the one that you chose to level up. So,
The rulebook.
Rulebook? Kurt wants to see the rulebook. Hey!
I just want to know what my gunnery skill is.
Just to clarify.
Yeah, so I was going to say, and you can start too, Mickie, so say a little bit about your character after you ask me the question.
Very well. So character, Sexy Vexy, a.k.a. 41 Vex, is our android, and delightful android at that. So I've got 10 points to spend, and according to my handy-dandy character sheet here, I can either train negotiation, I can train ranged, or I can split 5 between grit talent and surgeon talent. Is that how it works? So we've got 10.
So grit talent is 5, surgeon talent is 5. You can get both.
Oh, okay.
Or you can get one of either of the other two.
What is grit?
Don't know.
I can tell you right now, because
No
I
grit.
am looking at the skills.
Ah.
Grit.
No grit, no pearl?
Is it a talent or a skill?
It says grit talent.
Yep, so it's
Talent.
a talent. Grit has passive activation. Each rank of grit increases a character's strain threshold by 1. Makes you tougher.
That may or may
grittier.
not matter
That
here.
may not matter.
We'll find out. I do want, when we get to the Halloween part of the episode, there should be more stuff happening to your characters, because it won't just be what's printed in the book.
Very well.
So that's up to you to pick. So Sexy Vexy, 41 Vex, is what?
I'm going to train negotiation skills.
Okay, and what race and class is it?
Vexy.
Hit.
I don't conform to
Call it hit.
gender pronouns.
Yes.
Vexy.
She said earlier she can write with both hands. She's androgynous.
Androgynous.
Yes.
Droid.
Androgynous.
Androgynous. Perfect.
Yeah.
Andy. You can be Andy the droid.
That's the species. That's what you asked me, right?
Yeah, nickname Pat.
So you picked, you're done?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Kevin, what are you thinking?
I am playing Posh. And
Okay.
even though it may be spelled Pash, he calls himself Posh. So
Spice.
yes. So
Tell me what you want,
he's our
what you
human
really, really
smuggler, con man,
want.
extraordinaire.
I want it.
I get to choose from. It looks like
Deceit.
deceit skill,
Uh-huh.
skullduggery, which I'm not sure what that does.
Is that a talent or a skill?
It looks like a skill. It is
All
a
right,
skill.
so let me tell you what that is.
Regardless, it sounds good for Halloween.
It's a great word. Skullduggery.
It's great. It's a Halloween word.
Skullduggery encompasses broad ranges of skills that are crucial to performing physical criminal actions like picking locks and pockets, breaking into and out of secure facilities, sleight of hand disguise, setting traps, sundry other mischievous actions. At the game master's discretion, a particular skullduggery check may use the ability instead of cunning, may use agility instead of cunning to reflect a more physical approach. It's often opposed by a target's perception or for the watchful vigilance. Examples include escaping from a cell by picking locks and safely navigating away from security elements, or picking a pocket using physical tools physical tools rather than programming.
I like picking a pocket with tools.
I read it the wrong way.
Nice.
It's picking a lock or pocket using physical tools rather than programming.
I keep
Note
thinking of those little grabber things we had
That's
when
what
I was
I
a
found.
kid.
The
You could
accordion?
pick a pocket with that.
Remember
Well,
the
it's
kid
key
in the
for
Goonies
Posh
with all
to-
the
You
contraptions?
better get some
I
skullduggery.
never saw the
It's
Goonies.
key for Posh to always be able to escape things. So, of course, skullduggery would be one of the skills that he would select. And he's somewhat of a fast talker, so I like deceit. Would be the other one.
All right, so
Cool.
those are 5 points each.
Yep. Those are, oh, I'm sorry. Let's scratch that. So it'll be skullduggery and the quick draw talent. You got any quick draw talent? Put a mark in the circle next. Okay, so once per round, draw a holster, a weapon, or accessible item as an incidental.
So you don't have to use a
So I
movement.
don't have to use a maneuver.
Right.
Basically. So
Maneuver.
that's what he
There you
would
go.
do.
So you always shoot first.
Chris, what you got over
we
there
shoot
for Vendry?
first. I'm going to up my deception skill and get the stalker talent.
Okay.
Stalker talent gives me a boost die to all stealth and coordination skill checks.
Nice.
Every breath you take.
It's a stalker song.
It is.
Every time you roll, you have to say that.
Okay.
I'll be watching you.
All right.
So,
From
low
the
Rick,
closet.
I'm going to keep it simple.
Closet.
I'm in the house.
And I'm going to buy the 10 XP cost thing, so there's only one thing to remember, and that will increase my melee skill. I will now roll 2 proficiency dice
Cool.
in addition to 2 ability dice.
Yeah, but droids don't rip people's arms out of their sockets when they lose.
So you're getting
He's
more,
going to be extra slice and dice.
Yeah.
more fighty.
Yep.
You're going to turn that vibe up to a 10?
11.
It's going to go
We're going to
one goes
go
to
to
11.
11.
The Vibro X.
The
It goes
Vibro
to
X.
11.
All right, this is
I'm
Kurt.
sorry,
I'm
Kurt.
playing Oscara, the Twilight Bounty Hunter. I was going to take the quick draw talent and the point blank talent, but since Chris already took quick draw, I am going to instead take the 10-point gunnery skill. I had to look up what the gunnery skill was, and basically it's for when I want to shoot using a weapon that would be too large to carry. So a starship gun, a
Yes.
mounted gun blaster type thing.
Gotcha.
So if we're in the starship escaping, or if we get to a mounted gun, I'm going to
Heavy
be
weapons.
the person who gets on it.
Holy cow,
We
so
could
you're
double
like
team it.
Arnold Schwarzenegger just picking up the helicopter gun.
Yeah.
Just blah.
So I'm building
pretty
myself
cool.
more as the ranged and big weapons, and you guys a little bit more as the.
I got ranged and big weapons.
Do you?
Yeah, I got gunnery skill already.
Oh, you already have it. Nice.
Keep
Well-
up, man.
Yeah. Get with the game,
Actually,
bro.
I had.
Well,
Oh, you know what I did? I take it back. I had gunnery. I gained one
upped
skill,
it.
so it goes from 4 greens in my pool
Oh,
to 3
wait.
greens in a
Yeah.
proficient.
You're definitely better than me then.
Yeah, I have great.
He's got bigger guns than you do, dude.
Those tendrils, man.
Those
you
weren't
buy
the
your
guns I was
tickets
talking
to
about.
the gun show.
It's all sold out.
I could have also used 5 for the mechanic skill, but that's not really the way I roll because I'm the least handy person in the world, so I don't want to role play.
That could.
Well, that's the point. You play something you're not.
Just
Playing
stroke your
something
hair.
you are is easy.
Yeah.
That's true. But, I mean, it's hard enough already playing a female Twi'lek. I mean, I gotta.
Good point.
Just keep pulling on those tendrils.
Just stroke it.
Stroking your head tails.
Somebody will pull over.
Drinking a beverage here, man.
All right, so we're going to get started with what is encounter number 5 in the starter set. So you leave the spaceport after unlocking the docking clamps for the crate fang. Suddenly the crowds thronging the streets of the settlement part, and you see a chilling sight. This is not really a chilling sight for anyone who's a Star Wars fan, but it's funny that they say this in the book, because in the world of, or the universe of Star Wars, it should be a chilling sight. But the chilling sight, 3 soldiers in the white armor of the Emperor's elite stormtroopers. As you see them, you realize the lead trooper is pointing right at you. You hear his voice break through the crowd, sounding mechanical through his armor speakers. There they are, the stormtrooper says. Get them! As you turn to escape, you see a second group of 3 stormtroopers approaching down a side street. This could get tricky.
So we're thinking stun grenades, guys? So we're
Yeah,
thinking
stun grenades.
Stun grenades.
So here's what we're going to do.
Dun,
This
dun,
encounter
dun, dun,
is
dun,
another
dun,
combat
dun,
encounter,
dun,
so
dun,
we
dun.
need initiative. In this case, there isn't a predetermined initiative. Therefore, what were the rules on initiative? I got to remember this.
Depends. Vigilance or cool.
Nobody was planning for it, so it's
So
going
it's
to be
cool.
cool. Yes.
Where were they?
They're going to be 2 groups of 3. One straight ahead of you and one in the direction you wanted to go.
So one heading towards the landing bay?
Exactly.
And one over here.
Yeah, you got it.
That works.
So
For those
we're
people
gonna-
at home.
Yes. So one right to the south of the spaceport control and one group to the east. So the 2 groups of 3. And it's funny that they put a little sidebar here for the GM, and I'm going to read it because I think it's funny. It is titled, "Only Imperial Stormtroopers Are So Precise." And it says, "Warning, squads of Imperial Stormtroopers can be extremely dangerous to low-level PCs. So PCs who cavalierly attack Stormtroopers expecting an easy fight may be quickly defeated." So I'm encouraged, the GM is encouraged to point out that the Imperial Stormtroopers have a fearsome reputation and suggests that PCs may wish to flee. The reason I say that's so funny is, as fans, we know otherwise, and as a matter of fact, when I walked in the door in my Stormtrooper costume, the first thing I heard was, "Don't worry, anybody, he won't hit anything." So, in the Star Wars universe, though, they are deadly and they're horrible and they kill everything. They're just evil guys with helmets.
I mean, when people have plot armor, what are you supposed to do?
You know, just kill them.
They're just hired soldiers.
So in this case, I'll tell you what happens here is you need to fight them. One way or another, you need to get past them. How are you going to do that? Because it's a run to the ship now with Imperial Stormtroopers chasing you.
Stun grenades?
Honestly, stun grenades, yeah.
So let's start with a
Initiative check.
Cool.
initiative, yep. And I'm going to do that, I think, here somewhere. What is cool? There it is. All right, I found it.
Sexy cool.
Do we all roll?
Yep.
Yeah, everyone rolls, and the highest number gets to choose first, and then everyone else goes after that somewhere. Oh, I actually have 2.
We're rolling 1 or
damn.
I have 1 for cool. It should be on your sheet somewhere what you roll. The stormtroopers get 1. So I have 2.
I have 1 success
Does
and
anyone
1
have? Does anyone beat 2 successes?
I have 2 successes and a triumph.
Well, then that's 3 successes.
I need
I
to
have
borrow
2
some
successes
dice.
and advantage.
Oh, I have 3 advantages.
Okay.
I have everything. A success and 2 advantage.
Okay. So Chris, you're first.
All right.
What we're going to do is I'm just going to we'll take kind of the same order as before. So essentially, the PC's won. You get to pick the order, but since I had 2 successes and others didn't, I'll go third.
Third.
Yeah, what will make me like 3rd and 6th. Well, 3rd and 7th, I guess it would be. Because I have 2 groups of stormtroopers, I might as well do them separately.
Gotcha.
And I will let them work. And this is a new thing for the GM here. There are minion groups, is what it's called. So they this is the same way that you guys knocked out the whole group with the stun grenade in the last one, because they're treated as a group. So they have a single wound threshold, and they will fall as one, as it were. So it should be quick, but I want to get going here with who's
So
going to go
first is Chris.
Stun grenade.
You don't actually have to go first, but it was because of you that PCs get to go first.
Yeah, yeah. I'd like to toss the stun grenade out.
Yeah.
Out the door at the 3 guys
Okay.
blocking the way.
So the one straight in front of you, we're going to treat them as medium range.
I guess
so-
that's not going to work then.
Why won't it work?
Oh, I guess I
think
could.
you
If I can move, can I move into short? I get a short range
you
for a
can
stun
maneuver.
grenade.
Yes, you could run forward.
Yeah,
maneuver.
it's a short range for
Yeah.
the stun grenade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will it stun you if it's that close?
No, I figure I got to get in range to at least toss it.
Then it
Yeah, 'cause
is
into
one
the area.
purple. For ranged, I think it's 1 purple that's added for short, 2 for medium, and 3 for long.
Okay.
Because I'm
What
pretty
is
sure
coordination?
It's a ranged weapon.
What's coordination skill give me? Just to verify, just to see if I could toss
Rulebook, please.
a boost into this
Does it not
somehow.
say right on the character sheet? Because sometimes they explain it earlier on.
Coordination, keeping one's balance, stepping free of restraints, landing on one's feet, and being nimble.
Nah, you're good.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you'll get it. And if not, then we move to the next
All
one.
right. Yeah.
All right.
See how it goes. One threat.
I think you're
so-
using ranged light.
I have. Okay, so that's gonna. What the advantage takes care of a threat, right?
Yep.
So I have
Advantage
2
is
successes and 2 advantages.
right. Okay. Well, that's very good then.
I do believe
Yeah.
you stunned them,
All right,
sir.
I'm gonna
so you stun
Burn
them.
off my other strain.
Yeah, you
What is
can
it?
reduce that strength.
You stun
So-
them, and several of the people around them just kind of flop over as well.
So 1 advantage I can use for 1 strain, and I have another advantage left over. Can I use that for something else?
I can't remember if it's on the character sheets. If not, it is near the beginning of the rule book, and it'll be easier to look it up there. But advantage, it tells you what you can do with advantages and threats. However, 2 advantage can give a boost die to the next attack against the target, but you're knocking this target out, so meh.
Yeah.
You can spend an advantage to do a critical injury, or you can spend an advantage to do something else appropriate to the plot and situation. You can spend also 2 to perform a bonus maneuver, and then 1 to recover 1 strain.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely want to get rid of my last strain point.
Okay. But that knocks that group out. Who's going up next?
Anyone else have a stun grenade on their sheet?
Yeah, I'm all out
You
of
got
stun
one?
grenades.
I've got 3.
Three stun grenades.
Sweet.
All right.
Good lord.
I
All right.
know.
Do you
I'll be the
want
armory.
Why did I waste mine?
I don't know. Let's find out.
to? Do you want to try to use it? Did
definitely.
you clear the way behind us or in
Right
front
in
of
front,
us?
because we're not out of the building yet. I'm assuming.
Okay.
Well, you step out into the street,
And, yeah.
the throngs of the crowd part,
Right.
and you
Okay.
see stormtroopers dead ahead. You turn to your left to head towards the spaceport or
Yep. The Auric landing
Auric.
bay.
And there's 3 more stormtroopers right there.
Okay.
So,
I got the guys whoever were closer to us.
Exactly.
That's-
You got the ones that were right
Yeah.
there.
so Vendry removed these
Yep.
players?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
They
I
have
will
been stunned.
attempt to stun the rest of them.
Okay.
So Android, I could see her Bexy,
Bexy?
running up.
Does she have a grenade
41
launcher
Vex.
attachment
I was
underneath
gonna
her
say she got
blaster?
some extra range on that.
So the one time that I want to be from the newer movies is if I'm a droid. Because in the old movies, droids are clunky. In
Oh,
the
yeah.
newer movies, they can
Absolutely.
be awesome.
They're graceful as heck.
Yeah. So you still have C-3PO, who's a dunce, but everyone else, right?
How many purples? Just 1 purple?
It's short.
You have to move to short range, so 1.
Yeah, I've got
And
a.
you're using light,
Light.
ranged light.
You're gonna cast
is,
light
is
at
your skill pool.
Is that a cantrip?
It's just like it says my dice pool is 2 green
Yeah.
for stun grenades.
Go for it. Yeah, because if it's on the
Should be the
character
same.
sheet, then you're all set by using what's there.
It should match up with your range light,
Yeah.
technically.
Come on.
The character sheet makes it nice and easy. If you have a piece of equipment, it tells you the dice to roll for it.
Woo, dear. So this success and this
She
failure
has 2
cancel
advantages,
out and
but
2
2
advantage.
Two advantage. So
Okay.
So 2 advantage still means it works.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, boom. And actually, what kind of noise does a stun grenade make? I see. It makes that noise now. Great.
Use your advantages either
I was about to
get rid of
say,
strain,
That's
she-
where I'm gonna,
or you can do an extra maneuver.
I was just about to say, yeah.
because I still have 2 strain
Strain.
from before. So can I use my
Yep.
2 advantage? to-
Yeah, repair some of your internal circuits.
I need to reboot. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Nice.
Have you turned it on and off again?
Okay.
But trying to turn it
Did
on.
you
all right.
plug it in?
So now you reach Landing Bay Auric. A large pour stone hangar looms before you, an enormous letter Auric stenciled onto the building's side. As you approach, you can see through the open hangar doors to the cavernous interior, where a rusty-looking light freighter rests with its loading ramp deployed. All you have to do is get to that ship, and you can leave Tatooine. 2 equally rusty security droids stand outside the entrance. If you want that ship, first, you'll have to get by them.
I love
They
how
speak my
we spent
language.
all this time saying that
We got the HRMI to
stormtroopers
be
were
installed.
badass, and then
Yeah.
only they get wiped out like that.
They're grenades, man.
I know, grenades.
Now, granted, I probably could have done more with that, but we're just moving through.
I
them.
feel
I'm
you.
here to install the HMRI.
All right. We're here to install the hypermatter reactor igniter. The droid's asked to see it.
I whip it out.
Then let the
Yeah, you do.
then let the PCs
There
go
we
right
go.
in to install it. So you go right into the ship.
All right.
Now you can actually flip that map over because we're going to get to the ship now, which I don't know if anyone here happens to know enough of the Star Wars universe.
Was
to
it
know-
Corellian?
It definitely is. It looks
Is
like a Corellian frigate.
Yeah.
It's a Millennium Falcon. It's that.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Oh, so it's the Corellian Y-13.
Oh, look at that.
If that's the case, it sure
You
looks
guys
like
are
it to me.
Too nerdy for
How about
me.
that?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
pretty
see, now
nerdy,
the
guys.
writing's upside down. North is going to be south, and south's going to be north.
But it works for me and JJ.
I don't care what works for you.
Oh my God, is
I'm
that a
wearing
dead
the
Yeti?
uniform.
It works for the shaved head guys down
It
here.
does. It's a good
Okay,
point.
shut up. What's up?
It's a Yeti skin.
That's kind of cool. This side of the table has hair on their heads.
And that
That
side does
does
not.
not.
That's right.
I mean,
Notice
on the
we
top.
segregate.
We
we
know
did.
who is superior then, don't we?
Yeah, that's right.
And the
Yeah,
hair,
this side.
Yeah, okay.
the hair gets taller as it comes to this side.
It's a bearskin rug, but it's instead of bear, it's the thing from Hoth that Luke.
It was
Yeah,
like a Yeti.
the
snow
Yeti
monster.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
And that has a real name too. I can't remember what it was. A snow beast or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the deal. Now,
Poor little guy.
as you get onto the ship,
Oh, it's a YT-1300, not a Y-13.
where the heck is he?
That's it. You got to turn in your nerd card.
1300.
It's a YT-1300, not a YT,
Okay.
not a Y-13. I'm so sorry to all my
I don't want to
fellow
play.
nerds
I don't want to
out
play
there.
anymore, JJ.
You got to turn your card in.
You got to turn your nerd card in. Sorry.
So now the guy, his name is Trex, who is the what is it?
Sure, it's just not T-Rex.
Trandoshan. Yeah, it is.
It's lizard
Trex.
people, right? He's a lizard
Yeah.
dude, right? He's got short. Does he have short hands?
He's a
this guy?
Transocean slave trader. Yeah, actually, I think it's the guy that you picked for the bartender. I think
And
it's
that's
that
all
guy. Yeah.
Multicasting.
Yes.
As you approach the ship, he comes out, and let's see, he comes out
would
to
be
greet.
approaching
He,
from
he comes
behind.
out to greet you as you board the ship. Hey, what are you doing here?
Here to install the HMRI.
You're just going to convince him that that's what
Yeah.
you're here for. All five of you.
That's what I'm here for.
Cool. Deceit versus his discipline.
At least I ramped it up this round.
You have to add 2 purple and 1 red.
Oh, it's getting funky in here.
There you go.
Oh, and a red.
You want to like wave your
Shouldn't we
your
offer to trade
hair things
him
around?
insulation for a ride out of here?
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
I could say.
That's what I want to say too. Hey, look, you need this. You need this to get your ship going. So
And we paid for it already.
this is payment,
So-
and we paid for this.
So let's put it this way: it's either you're convincing him that you have to install it, you're sneaking past him, or you're fighting him. So we'll go with the first one. You're
Yeah.
deceiving
Yeah,
him in one way or another.
So
We'll
I'm
go
make
with
sure I'm
that.
good on. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get messy, kids.
What you got?
5 successes and only 2 threats. Oh wait,
Wow.
3 threats. So
think we
we're
call
good.
that a
2.
win.
Well,
2
God.
successes.
He falls prone
Yeah.
with 3 threats.
I
Not in a
believe
social situation.
he was overcome.
Oh my
with
goodness!
his gratefulness.
What did you do to him?
I can't believe I just can
I took a knee.
stun grenade.
Oh my goodness!
I hit myself with a stun grenade. I told you they were overpowered.
I whipped my hair back and forth.
You threw a stun grenade like 5 minutes ago, and it just hit you.
Man.
Okay, so in this case, you convince him that you need to install it. You get past him, and who knows how to fly this thing?
Oh, I did.
Totally.
He's
all
pretty
of
good.
us.
Oh, so we're
He's a really good pilot, and I got some piloting skills.
Plus, like, there's only one
Okay.
who can pilot this.
So since you're, put it this way: are you stealing the ship from him?
If he doesn't get on it, then we're out. Yeah.
Okay. So let's treat it that way for now. You're going to try and take the ship from him.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get in there and start it up. Well, first off, let's see.
Who has mechanic skill that can install it?
I do have mechanic skill, but I don't know if she's going to be better because she had the opportunity to
I
upgrade.
did not take mechanics.
But so you don't have
But
it
you
at
still
all.
have a baseline.
Let's just-
But you
let's
might have
just
a better
give it
baseline than me
I have
since
2
you.
green.
I have
I have
2 green.
three green.
Okay. We have a mechanic.
Robot, you got anything going?
Wait, I feel
I got
bad for the
robot.
captain. We're just gonna leave him there.
I've got 3 green
Look at me.
and a
Take away his-
proficiency.
I'm the captain now.
You have 3 and the
take
yellow?
away his
Oh,
livelihood?
it's all you.
All right, so
Captain Phillips?
who's installing the HMRI?
Sexy
If he
Vexy.
doesn't have insurance,
All right, Vexy.
The android.
Always
That's not
send
my
the
fault,
droids.
is it?
Any difficulties?
Always send
Yep,
the
we're
droids.
going to add 2.
I'm gonna
You
set
have-
up
you
an
have good
Overwatch.
Whoa, too
Nice.
purple, man.
Hold on, everybody, hold on.
Yeah.
One at a time, please. Everybody's talking.
I'm gonna set up an Overwatch just in case.
Oh, she got a triumph.
Nailed.
Totally nailed it.
Yes, she did.
Okay.
So she's stuck in the computer.
You have an advantage. You probably don't even need it.
I was
not
gonna
one of
say something
those
wrong,
what she said, she
but I
nailed
caught
it.
myself.
Okay, hypermatter
I was gonna say
reactor
got nailed like a
igniter
prompt
is
all
installed.
night, but
So how is it like more than
Get it
installed?
out, just
though?
get it out.
Like it's also full of fuel.
No, it's installed.
Vexy, you are awesome.
Here's the
And
deal.
sexy.
You're able to get
I
it.
hear that a lot.
You're able to get it installed, and somebody can get into the cockpit, and it is actually cockpit on the map,
Already there.
and fire it up without Trex getting back on the ship.
All right.
I'll let you do that as the success part.
Okay.
Is super successful.
I'm gonna go up to the gun bay, wherever that is. I don't see it on there.
You guys might want to
It's gotta
strap
be
in.
somewhere. Right in the middle, laser cannon turret
laser cannon
access.
turret access.
Yeah.
'Cause I have gunnery.
Yes,
There you go.
sir.
The crate fang thrums around you as its engines power up,
Engineering?
lifting through the hangar bay doors and
Yeah,
into
I
the
don't know.
bright sun's light. I'm going to mess that up because it's plural. The bright sun's light of the Tatooine sky. Soon, Moshuta vanishes behind you as you race out over the dune sea and climb towards outer space. Suddenly, an alert klaxon blares. As you leave Tatooine's atmosphere, several spherical starfighters with distinctive hexagonal wing assemblies appear on the ship's scanners, screaming in on an intercept course. TIE fighters!
Hey guys, we got company.
The starfighters shoot past, laser cannons blazing, and sparks fly from the console in the cockpit.
I got 2 bogeys.
You've been hit. You're not clear of the planet's gravity well yet and can't jump to light speed without the hyperspace reactor igniter. You have it installed. You don't have to deal with these TIE fighters. You ready to go to help you? Ready to go to help you?
Let's do it. We don't have any bogeys.
I cheated there because you're only supposed to recognize it's not installed yet and then fight them, and that's the end of the official adventure.
Gotcha.
So we're not going to do the starship combat, which to me sounded like complicated. We're going to skip that.
Oh,
Okay.
darn.
So you hit hyperspace.
Punch it.
Punch it. Anywhere you want to go, just
Prepare
make
for-
something up. What course did you chart?
Andaluvian 5.
Andaluvian 5. Okay. So who hits that button? Who punches it?
Oh, I'm not the
I'm just
pilot.
curious.
The pilot.
Yeah, but who actually punches it? Chewie punches it, even though Han's piloting.
Yeah, that's true.
So, right.
Posh will punch it.
Okay.
Punch it.
Posh punches it. You get that moment of pause, and then the starlights just stream past the cockpit, and everything is blurry for a few seconds. And then when the ship comes back from hyperspace, the sky is just black, and all the instruments have gone out.
Fabulous.
So we didn't go very far.
I told you to stop nailing that thing too hard.
It's like a joke.
Did I hit it too hard? What the hell?
I don't
What's going
know.
on? Is this some kind of check we can make? Computers check, maybe, right?
Sure.
Computers check.
In the
Let's do a date check. What date is it? Oh, it's Halloween.
Stardate. That'd be Star Trek. You were in the turret.
Correct.
And I'm going back in my head to the way it worked in the Millennium Falcon when they're sitting in that seat and it's all like motion and what have you.
That's the best.
It kind of locks in place, like it doesn't have power.
Yeah, like so. Oh,
So it's like everything seemed to just go
Everything's-
dead.
oh, we don't need
and
computers
out
for
the
that.
window,
Yeah.
out the windows is just blackness, no stars, no nothing.
We're lost in space.
What the heck did we go?
How do you know you're in space?
Exactly.
Somebody went to 11.
Maybe we're just in the blackness of my soul.
But it's still worth a computer check to find out why all the computers are down.
Definitely.
Is our comm links
Might not
working?
just be power.
Computer.
That's a good question. You try it,
Computer?
and no, not
No.
even the click
Oh, I
of
didn't
a
know my
comm.
So actually, we can't
Still.
communicate, guys, with each
Well,
other.
actually, you can. Again,
That's
going
where-
on my knowledge of the Millennium Falcon, Han can yell from anywhere
Oh,
and
okay.
get Chewie.
We have comm
or
links.
someone in
Yeah.
the gun, right? Because the
Yeah, he
ship.
said the comm links down.
No, but do you have your own comm link?
They're
It's
not
not
working.
Yeah, he's saying that's
Okay.
not working.
Okay.
Do you want computer check?
You want to check? See?
Sure.
Go
Are there
for it.
any difficulties?
Yes. Add 2 purple to your
Because I mean,
roll.
not all computer systems are out because the droid's still functioning.
Well, everything that isn't an important character is out.
Okay.
I'd like.
I'm not going to
Not a complete EMP.
Can I do a quick visual check for like Cthulhu?
Yes, you may.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You do not see any green tentacled beings.
Okay, so
So I've got 2 threats,
Can't
1
remember where I put it. I
failure,
think it's
3
behind there.
successes, 1 advantage.
So when we do a dice pool, the first thing I want to hear, and the way we should be doing it,
Two
is
successes.
success or failure first.
Yes.
Did you
Two
succeed
success.
or fail?
You have two.
And then how good was it? And that's the advantage and threat.
Success
So-
cancels failure, advantage cancels success.
Yeah, so you have 2 successes.
So those go away.
No, the
2 successes, 1 disadvantage.
2 successes, 1
Or 1 threat,
1
sorry.
threat.
there you go. So you had 2 successes. You were successful. In this case, you can tell everything about the computer seems like it should be working, but it's not getting power.
It needs more juice.
It needs more juice.
Yeah.
Who else wants to check something or do something?
Engineering, we need more power.
Mechanics. Anybody good at checking
That was
from
a
that
good question.
mechanics? If
Probably.
not, I'll make a shot.
I got 3, but
got
so I
three?
think
Make a
somebody's
roll.
better than that.
So
Nuh-uh.
give me an idea based on the look of the ship where you're going to look to see.
I'm in engineering already.
Yeah.
So I'll check it out.
Yeah.
All right.
See if there's any power surge or something, blew something out.
Okay. So you make that roll in engineering and let's
Any
see what we get. Add
difficulty?
2 purple dice, please. We're probably going to be at 2 purple for a while until I tell you otherwise. So if I didn't say it, that should be it for now.
Okay.
Okay, 2 successes and an advantage, but I have 2 threats.
grabbed the black
So
hole.
1 threat and 2 successes.
1 threat
You think so?
and 2. So you succeeded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, 2 successes.
The amount of successes or failures doesn't matter. What matters is if you succeeded or failed.
Gotcha.
And then it's the amount of
Gotcha.
advantage or threat that matters.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you succeeded. Everything that you go to move moves, but nothing powers anything on, and nothing appears broken. There's no short circuits. There's nothing like scarred or charred or anything
Nothing's
like
burnt
that.
out.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. It looks like things just ain't working.
You know
So
what,
we can't
guys?
even run like a
Are we,
diagnostic.
can we
on
tell
the
if we're
system.
moving? Are we?
I think somebody.
We might not know if there's no references.
You know what? Let's do a roll of let's call it I don't know if I
Internal
would call this
inertia.
intellect,
Or astrogation.
presence. Would this be presence? Maybe
Astrogation?
I can't remember what
Perception.
presence was.
Have astrogation.
Astrogation, right?
Yeah, let's do that. If you had a skill that matches, go for that. I keep looking at the abilities. Sorry.
What is
I
We're
don't
astrogation?
know
still using 2
how many-
purples.
Characteristics.
Only one roll?
Astrogation is calculating hyperspace routes and navigating the galaxy.
That works for me still. And anybody can make a roll.
Anybody
I'm
can
fine
make
We got
with
2
that.
purples.
We got
right?
2 purple, though.
And yep, so we'll start with Chris's roll. What you end
I
up
have just 5 advantages and 3 threats, so 3 advantages.
with. All right. And Kevin.
I have a success.
Okay. Any?
Nothing
it's
else.
just- you got
I
nothing
just
else.
have an
All
excess.
right, that
A
works.
success.
I failed badly.
And you feel badly.
There you go, Mickey. You got 2 or 3.
All right, so here, this is kind of appropriate in that
Look at you.
you are
Oh.
between Vendry and Posh. You're convinced the ship is moving, but in opposite directions. And Ascara, you're starting to feel dizzy, like the ship is moving, like spinning in place. So actually, you mark 1 stress, Ascara.
Strain.
What would we roll to see
Yeah,
if we were in
straight.
like a tractor beam or something?
If there was a tractor beam, you would probably be able to see it.
You better say it. Okay.
I rolled totally
Because
awesome.
I think, well, I don't know, tractor beam, yes or no?
Yeah.
You're not. How about that? We'll go straight forward. with
So
that.
we're do
Okay.
we realize we're in some type of like flat spin or something?
Oh, you can't tell.
Okay.
You think you're being pulled forward. He thinks you're you're moving forward. He thinks you're moving back
backwards.
slightly.
Yeah.
He thinks you're spinning in a circle, and it's starting to make him dizzy. She.
Are we
Hi,
doing
JJ.
destiny points with this game at all?
We haven't, and I don't know. We haven't messed with it yet.
Okay. I'm just reading.
I would like to be doing the light side, dark side thing, but I don't know. We'll just keep going with what we have for now.
Okay.
so we don't see any stars, so we don't have any points of reference.
Right.
Nothing.
And that's part of the reason why you guys have a hard time triangulating, I guess, if you would.
The machines on the ship don't work. The computers are not responding.
But they all
appear to
look like
have
they
no-
should work.
They look like they have no
Are the
power.
environmental systems down? Are we gonna run out of air pretty soon?
That's a good question.
I'll check to see if at least that's running.
Yeah, life support.
So the spots that are normally recirculating and pumping air in, you don't feel any breeze there.
We're gonna die.
You're gonna be fine.
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you're dead, she'll just eat your bones
yeah.
eventually.
Use it as armor.
Since I'm in the main cargo hold, I'm going to look to see if there's some kind of.
And you can move anywhere, by the way. We're not an initiative or anything. Just let me know where you're going. 'Cause
So
that
I'm
makes
in
a
the main
difference.
cargo hold.
Okay.
I'm going to actually go to the galley to see if there's food because I'm kind of hungry.
Okay. On your way to the galley, several times along the walk, you hear footsteps behind you, but there's no one there when you turn around.
Oh shit! This just turned into aliens.
Now, in the galley, what are you checking for?
I'm checking the cooling units to see, because food's going to spoil quick. So,
We're going to have to eat all this food now.
I mean,
I don't even remember what they really eat, except there's a couple of times, like on the Swamp World, where he finds Yoda.
He's got the kind of stew.
What the heck is the name of
Dagobah.
that? Dagobah.
Dagobah.
Well, he has like a granola bar. He unfolds it
Yeah.
out of foil.
Yeah.
So there's probably food like that on the
MREs.
spaceship.
The first time you find
Right.
Yoda's eating like stew.
Yeah, well, that's different. That's Yoda.
The porridge.
Come on. He's not going to eat because when he tries Luke's nasty food, he
Yeah,
just
he's like, man,
throws
get
it
that junk out.
because they couldn't get the puppet to swallow.
Yeah,
That's what
that
she
too.
said.
That too.
But so I would imagine there's probably some refrigerated stuff, but the refrigerator is not currently running. And
exactly.
it-
So
yeah.
you got to eat the stuff that's in there.
Hey guys,
You can eat it immediately
I think
if you want. Sure.
somebody put a trap on this darn ship, so we need to find out where it is or what's going on. That's what. So my character will come out.
Now, do you say that out loud?
Yes, I will, so everyone can hear.
So when you say that, you hear a voice saying, "What do you mean? The thing's just fine."
What? Who are you?
Nothing.
We got a visitor, guys, for sure. Let's find.
And everyone else heard that voice responding to Posh, but it all sounded like the voice was coming from behind you. Now, for Posh, you had no choice. You're in the cockpit. Everything's going to be behind you.
Yeah. Hey, so spread out, search, find out what the hell this is. I'm looking out. He's got his weapon drawn.
Okay.
And
I'm going to retry my electro goggles and see if I can pick anything up.
Oh, you got electro goggles.
It's really just for darkness, smoke, and other obstructions. Kind of see through certain things. So it's different wavelengths. But
Okay. Well, let's do that, but I want that to be more difficult because the equipment's on the fritz. Everything except the droid.
Yeah, sure.
So give me, what's that? Unless you have a skill for what it is you're trying to do.
like perception? I don't know.
Let's do that.
Okay.
And put 3 purples against it.
Oof.
Yeah. I didn't do a red.
Yeah, that's true. You didn't do
Yeah.
that.
What you got?
So it takes out that advantage. I got 1.
That's a nope.
Yeah, 1. Yeah, 1
So-
failure.
So the
That's a nope.
it's
negative.
It sparks and shoots a bright light into your eyes, and you suffer 2 strain.
Ooh, damn.
Your equipment just crapped out on you, Spy Man. If that is your real name, I know it isn't, but yeah. What's Ascara up to?
Vexy, are you okay?
Yes, it's
She's
a
still
scar.
freaked out from the everything spinning around her.
Okay,
Oh, okay. She's still.
I'm just trying to go around different people.
Blowing chunks.
I am going to try to
41
do.
X.
I'm going to try to figure out where we are.
Okay.
So I'm going to take some measurements of the air, look out with my Android enhanced sight to see if I can figure out any celestial bodies that would give us a clue as to where we are.
Okay.
I'm going to use knowledge check.
Oh, let's do knowledge then. Okay.
You're
for
going
it.
to triangulate based off the constellations.
You're going to give me 2 purples along with your roll, please. Add that
1,
to
2,
your
3,
your
2 purple.
dice pool.
There's a lot of dice to roll in this
It is.
game. Mama likes this
And
game.
I like that there's lots of colors too. It's interesting that they don't use anything more than 12 sides.
Okay. So I've got some failures here and some successes I need to cancel out.
Oh yeah.
And then
You
we've
go,
got
girl.
an advantage that cancels out. 3 advantage.
Do you have any successes?
Negative.
So you weren't straight up successful.
Negative.
You were equally.
I just have some
Okay.
advantage.
Let's put. I'll take this because you're doing all kinds of measurements. I'm going to take this partially of something that Kurt mentioned earlier. As you're taking measurements around the ship, when you got in the ship, it was all rusty. It's not rusty.
Can I deduce something from that information?
That, if anything, maybe you traveled back in time to before the ship was rusty.
What the heck, man? Time travel
Maybe.
is a thing.
Did we go
Could be.
the wrong wormhole?
I would share my.
I wasn't driving. You were driving.
Yeah, who was driving this thing? I
share
specifically asked who was going to punch it.
I didn't know.
So now we knew who to blame.
Exactly right.
I'm going to share my theory with.
That's
the rest
all that
of the
matters,
group.
right? Blame.
So the ship went back in time, but we didn't. We haven't changed.
That's what
Doesn't make
it
any
would
sense.
appear so.
How does that even make sense?
Vendry.
How in the world does that happen?
I don't know. You were driving.
Well, can we see any?
Yeah, exactly.
Can we see any constellations to figure out what the time might be then?
There's still just straight up black outside.
So before the Big Bang, maybe.
way back
The
in
way
time.
back machine.
back.
Yeah.
I said we're in a black hole.
The galaxy far, far,
We would've
farther
been torn
away.
apart by the gravitational pull.
Crushing,
Or
we're being
crushed
crushed into
like
the
a-
singularity.
Crushed like a soda can. Can I go to engineering and try to power up this thing?
Well, let's do this first. Let's say everybody got together to have a powwow because you said you were going to share your information with
Yeah.
everybody.
Correct.
So let's get everyone together.
Yeah.
Wherever that is, engineering is fine. The place that you are, the door to that place closes as you turn to leave,
Fantastic. We're trapped.
and it closes on power like doors do.
Any more bright ideas?
Wait, so the power works but doesn't work?
Your microphone
Kevin,
is off.
The microphone keeps coming on and off. Where do you have the pack?
Right here.
All right. Chances are the thing is bending in such a way that it's not staying connected well. How
Okay.
about
So can you hear
Can I
yourself
hear you
talking or no?
Yeah.
he's there now? Okay,
Yeah.
put it on the table for now, and we'll just keep an eye on it.
I think
Okay,
we
cool.
need to communicate with this
Yeah,
Yeah.
ghost or ghostly voice or whatever it is.
Space
you're saying
being.
ghost because it's Halloween.
Space Ghost?
Space Girl.
Space ghost. Space ghost.
That's a
Janet
great
Jason.
show.
I don't believe in ghosts. What are you guys talking about? It's
I
no
believe
ghosts.
in them, but I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Who I'm afraid of no ghost.
Who are you gonna call?
Who we gonna call then?
Can we try?
You know, in the movies, every time a door closes on people and not expecting it, somebody turns around and bangs on the door. You guys never do that. Do you
Yeah,
know
I'm
that?
going to do that because I'm going to use athletics and just pry the door open.
Bunch of holes.
All right,
in the door.
Wookie. Are you going to put
Ah,
a hole in
okay,
it?
do that. Do one purple and one red to your die pool.
It's
One purple,
fantastic.
one
We're going
red.
to mess with the structural
One yellow
integrity
and
of the
3
ship.
green.
Let the record show that I am very much against this plan.
There's no.
You're the
except-
one keeping your own record.
I was going to say, yeah, except for your own internal records.
Yeah.
And I will
Nobody's
make a
writing it
note
down.
You should.
on the
Definitely.
ship
I
log.
would.
I'll have a report later.
Interesting. That is a
Is he gonna
success.
report?
So that is 2 failures,
He has
2
a success.
successes. So 2 successes and 1 advantage.
Remain.
The door comes open enough to enter, and all of a sudden you feel the cool air of like the recirculating air that you were missing before.
So it started working.
Something did, although nothing else seemed to light up. There's no beeping, no booping, but it's like the air just came back on.
Oh, so the air is pump activated. I got to pump using the door.
There you go. That sounds like Strong Dawn,
Oh no.
Totally makes sense.
who would be a Wookiee if he could. I'm sure
He would be.
Yes.
Go brush your hair.
Go brush your hair. I'll see you in a year.
So I want to get this walking carpet out of my way.
Ooh.
Very nice.
So
Now what?
so we are moving,
Maybe.
and the
Well,
ship,
we can't decide on
and
how
the
that's
ship
working.
is
Life support
functional.
might be activated.
the ship seems to be functional,
Not
right?
essential.
but we can't tell that it's all functional. You see what I'm saying? It's something we're not able to reach out to what's actually going on in the ship, but something is going on.
I want
in
to
the ship.
reach out with the force.
Yes.
We're playing.
Oh wait,
Edge
I
of the
don't have.
Empire
I don't
where
have.
players
don't have
get that.
force.
Yeah. Dang it!
Yes.
What's this force you speak of?
That doesn't mean the galaxy doesn't have it. This just means you
You
don't.
don't have it. That's right. That's right. Right. The force doesn't want to be with you. So
You're all still in engineering.
We are.
Okay.
I've opened the door.
You
to
hear me-
what?
So you open the door,
the
and
number
it's just
3
the
hole.
main hallway, I guess, area.
Okay.
Right. That's what I'm treating it as. You open to the main hallway area.
Okay.
You hear the engines start up, and you hear like the hyperdrive
That's it.
kick in,
That's
and then
it. The ship
it
is
does
functional, guys.
it does the Millennium Falcon thing. It goes like whoop, 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 whoop,
A bunch of
like
side.
somebody else is trying to drive the ship.
yeah.
What the heck, man?
Run up to the cockpit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's stay together.
Run through the walls.
Yeah.
Split the party.
Yeah.
Right.
I teleported.
You know, I finally just got what that black spot was in the hallway.
That's the cargo.
That's where they hid, underneath. Yeah. I had these for smuggling stuff. Never thought I'd be smuggling myself in them. That one.
What's with the Bugsy accent?
When does the ship's on it?
That's Han Solo.
No, it can't
Isn't
be
he
that.
Bugsy?
It's a gangster, pretty much.
It's just me? I don't know.
Lord. You see?
You see?
This is what I say. You see?
You never take me alive, you see?
This is my ship here, you see? You'll never
Get your-
pilot it without me.
Get your Tommy gun out.
So who was first?
Me.
Okay. As you turn the corner to the cockpit, you can see who was driving this before,
Posh.
and who else was in the cockpit.
He was by himself.
That's
By
right.
himself. You see like a transparent version of him that vanishes as you walk into the cockpit.
We're caught in a time loop.
Would you care to explain yourself?
I don't know what the heck that is.
Does he see it too?
Probably just before it vanishes.
Yeah.
You see the back of your head.
What were you
Full
doing?
head of lustrous hair
I'm right here. I'm
that
not there.
vanishes.
I don't know what that is.
Your hair doesn't vanish.
It's
all
playing
of it
games
vanishes.
with all of us. Whatever this is.
What was it doing? What was that image of you doing?
Driving the boat.
Driving
Driving
ship.
the boat.
Yeah.
So it was something that you
So
were doing in the
computers
past?
are on.
So is this an after image of you?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is this the past
a
you or a
pre-image,
future
or-
you?
Yeah, good question. Was it wearing the same clothes?
It looked just like you a few minutes ago.
Just like me a few minutes ago, even.
Well, I mean,
Did it
just like where you were sitting. Actually, the
Did it go-
last thing you see as it was going away was punching it. How about that?
Okay, so I was going to
Just
say,
it looked just like what you just
did
did.
it mimic my motions and
Yeah.
everything?
I want to give you the clear impression that this was you a few minutes ago.
So that's what
How
he'll
about
tell you
that?
guys. Like
Yeah.
that's exactly what I did earlier in the same exact order.
Yep.
Vexy is going to run to where it was before, which was number 2 hold, to see if there's an after image of the droid.
Whatever you were doing before, you're doing as you see yourself doing as you walk in a almost transparent nature, and then that transparent image vanishes as you look at it.
I would share with the crew, I have a hypothesis of where we are. I believe we are stuck in a time loop. What we're seeing is the after images of what we did moments ago. Boop, boop.
That was very sexy.
So how do we break the loop?
Does anything in that Android brain of you tell us how to get out of this mess?
I don't know. I'll do a knowledge check. Is there anything in my Android brain?
Android?
Android?
Andrew
Android?
had done
Android
something in
brain?
your
Your
brain.
androgynous brand?
Is there anything in my androgynous brain that would tell us what we...
Anyone else checking anything else out? No?
No.
You don't have to have a
I
clue,
didn't-
just do.
I didn't watch enough Star Trek in my day.
This is Star Wars, Kurt.
I know.
Son of a...
This kind of stuff doesn't happen in Star Wars. This is more Star Trek.
But neither does Edge of the Empire. It happens only in our world.
Cancels that. That cancels that. This, I've got only one advantage.
Did you have any success?
Negative.
Okay. What were you doing again? Knowledge check.
Knowledge check to see if, with the new information, the fact that there's after images, would that jar anything in the old compooper?
It doesn't ring a bell, but you hear behind you a whisper that says, "Why do you keep coming back?"
This is our first time here.
It's just you that heard it this time. Just everyone else knows it. Just the android that heard it this time.
Bexy would start looking around, trying to find the source of that voice. Does not compute.
Does not compute. Does not compute. Stay away.
Run!
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. Run
Well,
later!
you can run whenever you want, but they're not telling you.
So the engines sounded like they powered up and then powered down, or they were
So-
trying to start.
It was a thing to make you go look elsewhere, and it worked. I liked it. Like someone's trying to fly the ship, and poof, it was.
So I'm going to start.
So you realize it was a sound. You don't know that anything powered up, but you heard it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to start investigating each room.
Okay.
But when I enter the room, I want to do something specific. Like, I'm going to wave my hands above my head, like I just
Okay.
don't care when I enter one room. I'm going to
Mark your
do a hello,
territory.
my darling, hello.
Okay.
If I see a new image, I know where it came from. Like
That's
when
very
Okay.
perceptive. For
That's
a
kinda
Wookiee,
smart.
right?
And how would you say all that? Mickey, what's the Wookiee sound? Yeah, that's what you would be saying as you're walking around. Wookiee-chan.
You're the weirdest sounding Wookiees ever.
It's awesome. Just because you can do it. That's the nerd Wookiee.
Stop mocking my
That's the
Wookiee.
Wookiee that gets fur wedgies.
Atomic Wookiee wedgie.
Yeah.
I want to see JJ do the "Hello, my baby, hello, my darling." Again.
What are you pumping up?
just
another room?
I'm getting ready to do the Tusken Raider.
Send people.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite.
It's going to be loud, though, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
what
would
to do.
prefer you
No,
not do it.
please
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah.
And now, if you mute yours, you can do it.
ate
Okay, it's only going to be picked up by everyone
Yeah.
else.
Can you really do
I
that
have no
softly?
problem. It's close.
That'd be good for your throat.
That's what she said.
So yeah, I'm going to enter each room doing something new
Okay.
to try to see if it's the last thing I did when I entered the room, or if it's a thing that's happening on loop,
Okay.
or if I can change the loop.
Okay.
You're going to Groundhog's Day it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say you get around to, we'll say you haven't been in the crew quarters yet.
Okay.
When you open the door, well, actually, we'll say the door's open, just for kicks, because I don't want doors opening and closing at random. You get to crew quarters, the door is open, and you see yourself laying in one of the bunks. And it vanishes as you look at it.
Okay. So I'm going to go lay in the bunker exactly how it was,
Okay.
and then like before I get up, what I'll do is I'm laying on my stomach. I'm going to scrunch until my ass makes a peak,
Okay.
and then get back out of bed and see if I
When you
can't the next time.
turn, before you get out of bed, you turn to look at the door. You are standing in the door with the vibro axe attacking yourself.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to roll for that. Melee is 2 green? No, it's 2 purple. What is
2
your
purple.
what is your
Mine
attack with
is
your vibro axe?
with vibro axe
Yeah.
is 2 yellow and 2 green.
Oh gosh, this could hurt.
It's gonna be strained.
Stop hitting yourself.
Wow,
Stop
that
hitting
is
yourself.
a crap. All right, so there are 2 fails. However, I had, in addition to the 2 fails, 5 successes. That's 4. That's 4, right? That's 4 successes. So in strain amounts, take that much, however much damage you normally do.
It's gonna be strained.
Count your soak, but you just chopped yourself in the face.
So it's
that a
got
critical?
piercing 2, so -2 on soak.
Okay.
So then it's 7 plus every success.
That's a
So
lot.
11.
You might be knocked unconscious. Right
What?
now. I don't.
7
what do you
plus
have for
every success?
For,
I have 18 wounds.
Oh, okay. Then you're good. Well,
No,
it's
no,
not.
no,
It's
but
not
it's strain
wound.
damage.
It's strain.
Because this is not a real.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
You're not
I'm
actually
knocked,
getting
I'm knocked
hit.
unconscious then.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of noise do
That's
you
all that's
make
gonna
as the attack happens? I'm curious if you would
None.
make a noise. No. Okay.
Probably surprised them.
Anybody else might hear the thud as a Wookiee falls out of
Yeah.
bed. How about that?
Did you guys hear that?
Every time a bell rings,
A Wookiee gets its wings.
a Wookiee gets its wings. Are we going to run back and
Laric.
find the Wookiee?
Alric. All right. Guess we go ahead.
Anything. Do anything. Really.
Yell out to him. So
And I kinda wanna
That's the
Fine.
important part. Do anything.
So now
I want to
run
put
to
on
him.
the snow beast
I run to
as
him.
a outfit and just
Nice.
down the hall.
Yeah, when we're already
hologram
spooked out
Yeah.
as it is.
I figure out scared everything else away.
Exactly.
So you're going to introduce the polar bear, and now we
Nobody
gotta-
expects the polar bear. The
Nobody.
Duros with the polar
I'm
bear.
gonna use my quick draw now. Not to go ahead.
So he's the Wookiee's unconscious on the ground.
CPR, like a check vitals.
Does he look
Yeah.
like he's wounded?
Okay.
Does he look like he's got
No,
wounded?
there's no injuries that you can tell, except maybe a bruised fur from falling out of the bed. I don't know.
yeah.
Does he sleep?
His
Gonna
hair
use
hurts.
the fancy smancy little medical.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do a medical check.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You can do
That's
beeps
your
and
thing.
boops. Yes.
That's my thing.
A boop is beeps.
Boop and beeps.
You can boop his beeps.
All right, so for medicine, I've got
What's the-
2
What's the purples?
proficiency and 2 ability. How many purples?
So I
1 or
want, if you wouldn't mind, rearrange the tokens to where people would be at this moment.
Well, we would run over to see where he is.
Right,
He's in the
but-
crew quarters, right?
But
But you're not in the main cargo hold. You're
there. All right, that's what I'm looking for. I just want positioning of where people are.
Yeah.
All right, so
Checking vitals.
How
and
many
doing
you want
medicine.
for her to roll? Purple.
You're going to do. We'll do 2 purple still on this one because it should be easy enough to determine that he is.
You would think
She
it would be
succeed.
easy.
She definitely.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, I got it.
It is, yeah. So you've got. It looks like he's just passed out.
It appears that he is just passed out.
Now, what do you have that relieves strain?
Impact. That's just
I've got
wounds.
adrenaline.
There you go.
Sweet.
Give him an adrenaline
So you
shot.
can administer that to him.
I shall.
And what does it do?
It should shock him awake.
Yeah, but what like
On the sheet.
does it relieve a certain amount of
I don't know.
strain?
I'm just making this shit up.
Oh, you're just making
Yeah,
that.
because
up.
Stimpack usually
It would
does
be cool
wounds.
to actually find something that works.
I don't have anything that works.
Do we have a?
Stimpack?
There's a med kit.
What does Medkit say?
Allows you to repair or heal organic beings by using the medicine skill.
Okay, so in the medicine skill, it doesn't say what to do there.
Negative.
Is JJ looking this up?
I am.
Thank you.
Yeah, because Stimpack only mentions
Fantastic.
wounds.
Yeah, it's on the
Okay.
wounds. Yeah.
So then we're going to figure out what
Silly
it
back
is
up.
to help with strain. In the meantime, Posh.
All right, so on a successful check, the target recovers a number of wounds equal to the number of successes and an amount of strain equal to the number of advantages.
So on the roll you just did, you had
4 advantages.
4 advantages. So go ahead and go from whatever your maximum was down 4.
All right, so 6.
So you get to wake him up. Posh.
Wake up!
I guess this will be both Posh and Ascara. Somebody taps you on the shoulder, and when you turn around, it's the opposite person. So Ascara, when you turn around, Posh is standing behind you, but the tokens are arranged opposite to that. Vendry is standing in between you, but when you turn around, Posh is standing behind you, and Posh, when you turn around, Ascara is standing behind you.
Well, he quickly-
And the one that is standing behind you is holding whatever your regular weapon is pointed at you.
Yeah, and I did out of
Okay.
instinct. My character does the same thing. Like, oh,
Okay.
what are you doing? And it's like, is that you?
And you hear his voice from behind you.
Can I
with-
reach
with
out and
his
touch
vision?
what's
Yeah.
behind me and see if there's
It's
corporeal
like
element?
it's a hologram, essentially. It isn't a hologram, but it is. There's nothing there. It might as well start saying, "Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope," but in better resolution.
Better resolution.
It looks better. It looks real.
1080p.
HD.
All right, so
It's full HD,
He shoulders,
yeah.
holsters his weapons, excuse me,
Practically
and,
4K.
What the heck? And just kind of does the same thing.
Okay.
Make sure it's hologram, whatever.
Okay.
I could vouch
And
it's a
then what are you
hologram.
going to do?
Yeah. Done.
Are you just going to ignore it from there?
Running out of ideas here, guys.
Did I see anything, or I don't notice anything at all?
Well, they both turn around. You could look in either direction, and you see just them.
Or there was
talking.
nothing there, and they just thought.
Oh,
they
he
saw
didn't see it?
something?
You see nothing.
Okay.
When you look in either direction, you see nothing.
Did you see that?
What are you
see
talking
that?
about? Why are you guys pointing guns at each other?
Well, they're pointing guns
Oh, the
away
opposite
from
way.
each
Away from
other.
each other, yeah.
You guys see something?
Yeah, I saw something that looked like him touch me on my shoulder,
But it wasn't me.
but it wasn't.
I saw something
Yeah.
that looked like him.
Was he stroking his head tail?
So, I don't know what that was, Ventry. It's going to knock us all out here if the Wilder we're not careful.
Can
We end up shooting each other.
check the onboard computer and chart our last path to see if I can figure out where we are?
If you can get it working.
Yeah, there's still no power.
Yeah, there's no power. You got to have power.
Can I connect it to my
Or do we
my
just think
power?
there's
Oh,
no
we don't
power?
think
Try
there's no power. That's what I'm thinking. Is that we think there's
Sure,
no
try it.
Can I try to
You can
power
try
the
it.
ship?
You can try and at least power a computer terminal.
Maybe we're all knocked out, and this is all in our heads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what would that be? Mechanics?
We're in the matrix right now, right?
Is there a computer skill?
There is.
There is.
Let's go with computers.
Come pooper.
Or that.
Poop, 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 poop.
2 purple.
2 purple.
Don't steal
Add
his
2
dice.
purple.
Keep the dice in the same
Well,
pool.
I have 4 green.
Oh,
from
my
pooper.
bad. My bad.
Yeah, that's right. Speak what you know.
Punk.
Drop the greens.
Did you have success?
Let's cancel.
These 2 cancel. Go away.
Sorry, I screwed up.
These,
Kurt, did you mute your
these
mic?
cancel, right? No, these cancel.
Yeah, so you
Yes.
got.
So you
I have a
like that?
success and 2
very
advantage.
quietly.
Yes.
All right, so you succeeded. You are able to power up a computer terminal. Any specific one you want to talk. We'll just say you can talk with the ship's computer now.
I will speak to the ship's computer, and I
Yes.
will find
you are
out
a droid after all.
where the heck we are. I want it to basically reverse our
Wait, can I try
course
to talk to a computer
to
see if
figure
it's
out
just
where
a
we are.
droid thing? Can humans talk to the computers now?
Well, she is using her own power to power a terminal. That's what she wanted to interface. She wanted to supply power to the ship, and I was like, "Well, you're not going to power the whole ship. We'll let you talk to one computer."
I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So she is powering a single
got a
terminal.
laptop.
So first, I try to replot where we are. Secondly, I would scan the ship for life forms to see how many life forms it's registering.
So in the first one, we were trying to figure out where you are. Picture the map, and your dot is off the map to the side. So whatever the star chart is, you don't
Uncharted
register.
space.
You don't register on it.
And how many life forms does it read?
7.
So
Well,
we
hold on.
were on the edge of the Empire, and now we're on the rim of the edge.
I'm going to say 8. I'm going to say 8 life forms.
It's registering 8 life
8.
forms.
8 life forms.
So it's
yes.
registering.
1, 2,
Two
3,
more than
4,
there
5,
should.
6, 7, 8. No droids.
Yeah, it's registering 2 more than it should.
You're not a
Registering
life
4
form.
more.
You're not
Exactly.
It's registering 4 more.
So
than
it's
that.
registering 4.
Double
And it's
loss.
registering
Yes.
8.
So
So
2.
4 more.
It's
Twice
four
as
more
many.
I
than
had
it
the
should.
math.
Right,
yes.
so there's an extra one of each of us.
Yes.
Whoa,
Hey, guys!
split personalities.
Guess what? I would share that with the group.
No, really, guess what? Guess.
What species, though?
What does the computer say the date is?
What does the computer say the date is?
Because this should be able to backwards.
Here's
figure
where
that
it's
out.
the odometer ran out. It's just stuck on all 9s.
It's broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does not give you a clear indication of what the date is.
Are the other
And maybe
life
it's
forms
because
just the
the
same
date
species
doesn't
as us?
translate.
It would just give me life forms. I don't know. Would it read specifics of species?
That's a darn good question. Anybody remember any Star Wars references where you can tell species?
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I would assume...
It's more of a Star Trek thing, I guess.
Yeah, it's more of a
Yeah,
biological, non-biological. You found 8 biological units. Let's go there. If we got a reference, I'll take it, but
Yeah, I got nothing.
I got nothing. And while you guys are
inside
trying
the
to
mouth
figure,
of a giant space worm inside of an asteroid, are we?
you didn't
whatever
hear
it
any
was.
Minox,
That's them.
right?
Probably some
You haven't
Minox
heard any
sucking power
Minox
cables.
yet. That hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, and it was something.
And they
explain
still
the
have
power
power.
Click on
Yeah,
it. Yeah, it was
chewing on the power cables.
Well, yeah. Well, if the Minox chewed on the power cables, yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
But in the meantime, we are at another hour. We are going to take another break on the audio recording
That
and
was
come
fast.
back in a few minutes. And we should be able to wrap this up in the last hour, or the third hour, I should say.
All right. Thanks for listening.
In the meantime, I'm going to go stop this one and let the other one keep going for now.
Bye, everyone. Hasta luego.
The preceding podcast was brought to you by One Joe Young. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.